What's on deck today? What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. It's Endless One Up. We're going to check out Road to Eden Mutant Year Zero. It's actually called Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, but I liked it the other way better. Didn't you? You tell me down in the comments. So what is this game? It's a tactical turn-based game. It's pretty fun. Has some cool character design in it. There's like a guy who's like, he looks like a mallard duck, and he's a dude that goes pew pew pew, and then there's like this hog guy, and he goes pew pew pew, and then there's this lady friend that has like a horn coming out of her hair and her head or something, and she goes pew pew pew. But it's pretty cool. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's Steam Deck verified. It is playable. It says I see some yellow here. Come on, Steam Deck playable game info details. I'm like clicking the button, hitting the wrong button. I was hitting the wrong button, everybody. It happens, okay? Just make sure you're not pushing the big red one that says don't press me. All right, let's launch up the game. While it's launching here, we're going to bring it up to the big board. So I've adjusted some settings in this game to get it to 60 frames per second. It was kind of capped around 45 to 50. But we've adjusted that. I'm going to show you those settings. And let's go ahead and bring up the telemetry in the meantime. Boop, 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 boop. Sweet. All right, we're getting into the game now. Going to go ahead and skip that cutscene. Again, I'm using a 30 hertz capture device, so we're bound to 30 frames per second with this particular game. When I'm using the capture device, I will show you it without the capture device, so don't worry there. I'm just doing this so I can show you the options. The good news about this game is it's not very hard. It's really nice. Let's get me off the screen here. Alright, so go to options, go to graphics. So this is what I set. I set it to custom. We're right in the middle of the road for resolution scaling. We're on high for texture, view distance low, shadow low, anti-aliasing medium, visual effects medium, post-processing high, foliage low, and then I don't have this checked, because if it did, it would be orange. Or, I did have that checked. I thought it would be orange colored. Oh, so I do have high-quality shadows checked. That's weird, I'm not going to lie. So this is what I set to get 60 frames per second in handheld mode. Alright, so you can see that like we can move the characters around freely right now, but you see like where this red circle is? That means there's bad guys in that area, and if we step into that area, they will see us. We can take cover, so if I wanted to hide like that, I could hide. But if he walks over, he's going to spot my little piggy guy, because he wasn't hiding. And then I can hold A to fast forward it, which is nice, so if you wanted to speed up the action. And this is where the turn base comes into play. We get a couple more enemies appearing, so I can make my guy move to cover, so I can move him over here behind this tree. So now he's at least within some cover, and then I can use my directional pad to change, like what kind of, do I want to throw a grenade? Do I want to do Overwatch? Overwatch would just essentially let me watch over the area, and if they start moving towards me, I would shoot at them. Dig down is essentially, you know, like you become harder to hit, you essentially hunker down in your cover. And then I can use a med kit on myself or someone else. So we're going to fire the weapon at this guy. Nice. We took that one out, but man, I'm in some pain. So hopefully we'll be able to heal my guy here in a second. Activating the unit will engage into combat. Let's activate this guy. We're going to walk him over to here. So hopefully that guy didn't have Overwatch on, so he didn't. So let's go ahead and take a shot at this guy. So I'm using my bumper buttons to cycle through the enemies here. Alright, let's pick this guy and shoot at him. Should be a good shot. Oh my gosh, how did you miss that guy? So while we're doing this and we're waiting for their turns to come up, let me bring myself back up to full screen. Alright, so I'm on full screen. Let's check it out in handheld mode while this battle's going on. So it always, when I first unplug it, it starts around 44 frames per second, then goes up to 60. It always does that with this game. I don't understand why. But now that we're in battle, and again, you can fast forward it by hitting the A button. So if you wanted to make it go quicker. As you can see right now, I can't shoot. You do have to reload your weapon. So, or I can throw a grenade. Let's see if we can... And I can use the touch screen on this too, which is nice. So, if you wanted to, I just threw the grenade by just touching the screen, which is pretty darn cool. So this game is actually really nice in handheld mode. If you didn't want to use the joysticks, you could just, you know, like select the things that you want to do. Pick the area you want to throw it into. And off you go. Yeah, pretty cool. What you saw when we threw that, it went down to like 42 frames per second. As soon as it exploded, it went back up to 60. So the settings I have it on right now are doing a pretty good job of keeping it 60 frames per second. I'm not going to go back in and change them. These are those settings that I suggest that you use if you want to get 60 frames per second. I don't think this game is needed at 60 frames per second. I think you could bump up some of the graphics quality. I think you can bump up some of the graphics quality in this game and probably get it around 45 and then cap the refresh rate at 45 as well, and that'd probably be pretty good. You'd get a lot more battery life out of it. This game does kind of eat up a lot of battery. If we go to the settings here and we look at how much battery life we have, the battery's at 97%. We have 2 hours and 5 minutes, but you can watch that drop in real time. Those minutes go down almost as if they were seconds. It's like every 5 seconds it drops down another one. It'll probably drop down to, yep, there we go. So yeah, it does eat it up. In some ways you can conserve powers just by going and maybe turning down the brightness on the game. Again, turning down the frame rate will help. So, well, that's Mutant. That's Mutant. Year Zero, Road to Eden. Pretty cool turn-based game. If you like games like XCOM, you'll like this game. The art style is really cool. The story's neat. And there's actually a component where you can go to this like thing they call the Ark, and you can visit different shops and stuff, and that looks really cool. Has a really neat atmospheric vibe to it. But yeah, great game. Check it out if you can. It's been out for a while, so you should be able to get it on sale. Let me know if you've played this game down in the comments. If you're new here, think about liking and subscribing. It helps grow the channel. And I'm doing a giveaway when I get to 1,000 subs. And if you watch this after I've gotten to 1,000 subs, thank you for being here. But peace, everybody, and I'll see you down in the comments.